Is that why? Is that why these are happening? Because it happened once and it actually turned out to like help the church. Is that why like every other church was like, This one. So there are three panels here. We have obviously the original. Is this like 2 tries? Like did this one like happen first and they're like, nah, we can't accept that. You messed up real bad. And then they did this instead and they're like, yeah, we got it this time. We nailed it. Oh God. So obviously this is a great painting. I mean, there's nothing I can say about this. This is great. I'm interested. It kind of looks like it's a fresco, but just because it's kind of blurry, I don't know if that's because it's the photo's blurry or because the painting's blurry, which fresco does tend to be. It's great. There's literally there's nothing I can say about that. This, I feel like it's the opposite. There's nothing I can't say about this. Obviously, they are not an experienced drawer. They did not do a good job on the drawing of this. The shape of the face is not even remotely similar. The color, I think that's probably what they were going for. Maybe they wanted more of this like fleshy tone instead of the maybe like washed out white. You can see that she did have rosy cheeks at one time. I mean, she still does in this. It's not like this doesn't even necessarily need restoration. It's possible that this is like an early photograph and something happened to it. I'm not sure, but maybe that's what they wanted to do, but it was clearly just not the right person. Like we're going to see in all of these. None of these are, someone who's like even remotely qualified for this. And so, I mean, I'm guessing they said, no, this is awful. Look at the shape of the face. She looks like a guitar pick, anthropomorphized. I don't know that word. For sure something happened after. Yeah, because there's no real reason to fix this, to be honest. Now there's a very big reason to fix this, and I don't know which one is worse, to be honest. That's a balloon. Yeah, yeah, you're right. This needs a little string dangling off the chin. So I don't know. This poor painting. I mean, that. Now it is the Guardian, so for I don't really know the Guardian that well, but I guess they're a reputable news source, right? It's not just like someone putting like some excellent Renaissance painting next to some clearly different painting. It's a complete reinterpretation. Yeah, I mean, if you want to call it a reinterpretation, I mean, it is, but this person, I'm guessing it's 2 different people, but I could be wrong. I mean, they painted the same kind of like almond-shaped eyes, eyebrows are painted the same way, so it could be the same person. I'm not sure, but like, why wouldn't you look at their work? There's no way that someone is like drawing like this quality stuff and painting this quality. I just don't. Or styling. I mean, it's very frustrating. I want this job. I want to restore this painting because I know damn well that I can do a better job. Now, is it gonna be as good as the original? I doubt it, but I can do a hell of a lot better than that. And hopefully I wouldn't, my luck, I'd be like all like super amped up to do it, and then I do it, and I'm all nervous, and it ends up looking like this, and then I end up immortalized as that guy. But anyway, the next one is more of the same. It's actually the same. The second search result is the same. So I'm going to skip that one. Tropical Eel says, in the first I feel like I'm going to skip this song. Oh. It's an okay song. Damn. Too hype. Too hype for botched restorations. Tropical Eel says, in the first I feel like the top half, bottom half, and nose are facing different directions. Oh yeah. You can tell that the angle is way different and the shape of the face. I'm guessing they took the time to measure the angle there. They maybe got it right. I'm not really sure. I guess that depends on the photograph. But then they messed up everything else, and they're like, okay, if we bring the face in on this side, then oops, we kind of changed the angle of the face. So let's change all the facial features to match. It's just an absolute disaster. All right, so let's take a look at the next botched restoration. Oh, okay. So, yep, this is Spain. I noticed that. I didn't see that the first one was in Spain, but I believe it. Figgy Purr says, oops. This one's famous. I've never actually seen this one. This is my first time ever seeing this. And I mean, here it's pretty clear that, you know, it's understandable why they wanted to restore this. This is pretty beat up. One thing that I think they actually kept is the expression is still there, I think, compared to this one. You know, the expression, maybe they even kept the expression here, but this is not even remotely close. Here, they kept the expression, which I guess they didn't do a whole lot. They just kind of painted the surface. So, and I guess they probably fixed the nose. I guess they had to patch some of this plaster, I'm guessing it is. Longo says the original had a particular technique to make the flesh look alive on a wood statue. Oh, so this is wood. So they must have patched it with wood. Maybe wood filler? I don't know. But yeah, and I mean, this, in the state it's in, looks more like flesh. This looks like some creepy doll, you know, kind of looks like a Fortnite character. It's got that like cartoony, like really fake coloring. Tropical Eel says, oh, it's a statue? Yep. Yeah, it's I guess it's wood, according to Lod Ghost. I would not have guessed that, to be completely honest. I would guess plaster or something. But they did an okay job patching it, I feel like. They were pretty true to it. I don't know if the nose was originally that shape, but I mean, who can really tell? But they really, like, the painting, they really farmed that. So I guess also there's something going on here too with like I don't know if this is completely broken off. Oh yeah, it is. You can see right here, it's completely broken off. There, I think it maybe is less successful in terms of like the restoration. It looks a little thick and clumsy. It doesn't quite, you know, meet the rest of the helmet in a way that's believable. It's kind of just mushed into it. But I mean, in the face, the structural things are kind of okay. I think that could be salvaged with a different paint job, to be completely honest. Now, it's not going to have whatever technique they used to make that wood look like flesh. I'm guessing it was probably like a partial stain rather than like surface painting, to get that like translucency of flesh, kind of like what I am doing with you know, this indirect painting. Vodgo says it looks lobotomized. I mean, yeah. I mean, here it's clearly like surprise. Here it's like surprise, but also like really stoned. But I do think that that could be fixed with like just remove the paint, start over, maybe with a little bit of extra work. This could be salvaged as well. Maybe like cut into this a little bit so that it's not just like mushed together like that. Lodgo says they fixed this one. That's awesome. I'm happy to see that. Ooh, and actually, I don't know, it might be one of these. Like, let's take a look at... Oh, okay. Yeah. But they lost the original technique. Yeah, I think this looks more like a plaster doll. It's definitely opaque, but at least they kept some of the same like coloring. I think they did a pretty good job matching the paint. Yeah, the nose is fixed now. It looks okay. Mouth is a little different. I think but yeah, I think this is... I'm still not happy with this. If you know, I was hiring them to do this, I don't think I'd be happy with this. But certainly if I got this and then I hired someone else and I got this, I'd be like, holy crap, you are the best restorer of all time. So, okay, that has a slightly happy ending, I guess. All right, so moving on to botched restoration number 3. Oh my God. Oh, this is definitely plaster. It has to be plaster. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling, Figgy Purr. Yeah, plaster, okay. I mean, it definitely looks like plaster. I can't imagine fixing plaster is easy. I do think that there's like issues with adhesion. I could be wrong. I'm certainly not a plaster like expert or even remotely experienced. I can't even say that I'm remotely experienced with plaster. But this is... They didn't even try. It's Spain again. Oh yeah. Yep, Spain. So, wonder why that is. If that's a recurring theme in Spain. I mean, there's art all throughout Europe. I mean, probably not going to see much of this in the United States, unfortunately, because we just don't have a lot of art. I mean, we do, but it's relatively new. So this, like, it looks like they just like put some plaster over top of it and had no, they didn't care if the face was in the same position. They didn't care if it was even a face. Like, why does this look like hair? Like, this looks like a hairline part. Like, clearly there's a hood here. That's not hair. And it comes back to like a knot, and like that just you know what this looks like? This looks like Long. If you're familiar with that meme of Link, it looks like Long, because it looks like he's got like Link's hair. It's got those long like sideburns / things that come down off the side of him, and it looks like a derpy Link. Just cover the original. It was awful. Yeah, sure. Oh my God. Like the eyes, like they just took their thumb. They just went like that. They're like, yep. There's that face. Clearly that's what they did in the original. They just went. And the nose is just like, they took a little ball, they rolled it up. Yep, that's it. And then they like smoothed out the sides, like, yeah. I'm kind of like, I wonder if like the rest of it was also done, or if it is just the face. To be honest here, like if this is the state it's in, I don't think that needs to be restored. There must have been some damage done after this photo was taken. I mean, there's a few like spots but to be honest, they're kind of everywhere. It looks kind of like the technique that they used. They didn't even try. This is this wins for least amount of effort, like out of all of them. I feel like the other ones, there was effort, just maybe not a lot of skill. I don't even know if skill, I mean, who knows? Maybe they're excellent painters. I don't know. But that person is not a sculptor. They did not try. They just wanted their money, and they wanted to get the hell out. Here they don't even try. Yeah, this is... Ugh. All right, so next one. I don't even want to look at this lonk anymore. Okay. Oh no. Oh no. So this one, oh, this is Spain again. Wow. So this one looks like it's a completely different carving, because like comparing the heads, the shape of the head, the way certain parts come down, like this is, I feel like if they reworked this wood, they would have like ended up with smaller proportions, like smaller heads, smaller things, but I feel like this is all bigger. Maybe they patched some things. It's also a different angle, so who knows? Maybe it is the original and they just painted it and the angle is making it look different. It's really hard to tell, because I honestly feel like the person that painted this would not be able to get this drapery. So I'm confused by this one. This one is famous too. Put some colors on it. Why not? Yeah, that's what it seems like. I mean, I see no reason to put any color on this whatsoever. I don't know what would make you okay with messing with this whatsoever. But clearly the person that painted it isn't that experienced. I mean, the flesh tones are pretty pink. There's hardly any like interesting color scheme or palette used here. It's kind of just like vibrant as hell. Like, there are people on Twitch right now painting minis that are absolutely phenomenal, that could do this and do it well if someone just had to paint color on this. Warhammer miniature painting looks better. Yeah, Lod Ghost, exactly. There's not much I can say about this, because this looks like it was someone who like found this and just said, hey, why don't I paint this like it's a hobby store like plaster thing that you buy and you acrylic paint it, and they're just like, yeah, this turned out good, I'm happy with it. This to me doesn't seem like it's a restoration, like, but maybe it is. I mean, I don't know. I honestly don't know how big this is either. It's hard to tell from this. Who knows? But I don't like looking at this one. This color scheme actually hurts my body. So we gotta move on. So the next one. Now this one, Lago says it's not really big, 1 foot more or less. Okay. So makes sense. That's probably what I would estimate it to be. Yes, Spain again. Now this one I've seen before. I don't know who hasn't seen this one. Again, I think the damaged version is infinitely better than this. I wish I could get a better close-up of this. Let's see if see how this one is. Oh no, that's... Wait, did they fix it? Did they fix it? Figgy Purse said, I read an article about this one. Yeah, this was huge. I don't know, like, was it like 5, 8 years ago? It was a while ago. But I want to get a better... Yeah, there we go. You got to see that mouth. Because the mouth doesn't really make sense. Oh no, that's a digital restoration? Oh. So it's still like this? It's still like this? It's still on display in the church in Spain as it is. Now this is the one that I was talking about being a meme, and, you know, is it better now than it was based on, you know, the impact it's made on the world? And I guess it depends on the criteria, but clearly this is just painful to look at. They made a ton of money with this thing. I'd imagine the meme of it, that had to have drawn like local people to that place, that church, I'm guessing. Yeah, church. So I believe it, but my, is that why these are happening? Because it happened once and it actually turned out to like help the church. Is that why like every other church was like, let's restore this, you know, 700-year-old fresco, and let's get Joe Schmo to do it, who's never touched a paintbrush in his life. I'm on to you, Spain. I'm on to you. But anyway, this one, I mean, the interesting thing is they kind of got the angle of the face just poorly painted, but then the mouth is just like... Siggyper says, have to check the dates on the restorations. Lago says, if you botch it spectacularly or nothing. Yeah, I think this is pretty spectacular. Because they like fell into the same like almond eye like stylization that comes with someone who doesn't really know how to draw. Like they're a very like beginner drawer. But then the mouth, like, is this a lip? Like, is that a giant lip? Why does it connect with the side of the face like that? Like the beard, like, it's just like a chin beard. Silent Hill character, yeah. Yeah, basically. I would not want to run into this person. What's weird is also there's no like crown of thorns. That's pretty apparent even on this damaged version. Like it's just like Sasquatch hair. Like there's no form to this whatsoever. And like even like the neck, like there's no structure to the neck. You can see clearly there's some structure there, some pretty well painted shadows there, suggesting the neck is like turning and twisting. This is just like ape fur and then a neck shape and then that stereotypical thing that happens in like rushed drawings, maybe, or beginner or rushed, where they put time into the face. I don't know how much time was put into that, but they put time into the face, and then for the shoulders they'll just go like boop, and completely ignore what's actually happening in the shoulders. If there's like contrapposto or like something's going back in space, or you know there's a collar or something like that. So that's clearly happening here. The scroll is also a different color. I don't know if that's just the color balance because this is so saturated, it's hard to tell. Figgyper says, I don't know what she was doing, but I think some saw what she was doing and they wouldn't let her finish. That's what I remember from the article. I mean, I would hope so. I would hope if someone saw this, they'd be like, unless you have a really, really strange process, you probably want to stop. That's so saturated. Yeah, a lot good. It is. That is some bright, saturated yellow. Absolutely. I am sad. But what I don't get is if you're restoring a painting, wouldn't you want to keep as much of it as possible? Like it says, I hate yellow. Yep, same here. But like, why would you not focus on the parts that are worn and try to match the colors around it and make your footprint as minimal as possible? Why would you take a giant paintbrush and just paint over the whole thing? You're not restoring at that point. You're just painting over it with your painting. I'll never understand what this person was thinking. All right, so there are a bunch of repeats at this point. There's a lot of that night here. There's a lot of the first one we looked at. Ladgo says, I think if you are not an expert at restoration while you work, probably other piece starts to fall down. I'm not quite sure what you mean. Or do you mean like what you put on will fall down over time, like not adhere properly? Because that's probably a pretty big concern. Breaks while you work. Ah, I see. So you'd have to do something to kind of seal the original with making minimal damage, maybe paint on top and then reseal that so it's uniform. That's something I'd seriously like to learn about and see how that's done. Because yeah, I guess you're right. If it's this damaged, like if you bump any of it the right way, it'll probably crumble. But we need to scroll a little bit, and our next botched restoration is very similar to that poorly painted wooden sculpture. Ladgo says restoration, it's kind of complicated. Yeah, I'd imagine. Especially like I have seen like documentaries on like museums, art museums, and the steps that they take to like keep paintings in the shape that they're in, because I mean, oil paint will crack over time, especially when it's super thick. You know, the canvas, that's another reason why I don't like canvas, is that stretched canvas will get floppy over time and you have to re-stretch it. When you re-stretch it, you risk damaging like the outer edge. Sometimes it even has a different cropping. So if you don't know what you're doing, you could actually change the composition to be not balanced, you know. So I'm sure there's a lot to it. This one, I mean, it's just a paint job. Hopefully this is salvageable, but again, this is equally as saturated. Where and they also changed the position and the way they're holding the sword, which I don't know why you'd hold a sword like that. That is just ridiculous. Spain again. Oh no, Spain. Beeper says, I wonder if some of these can't afford a proper restoration and local artists offer to help. Yeah, so much confusion on how these get botched. Yeah, and I could understand like maybe this is a local artist, because this maybe what probably happened is the church or whatever was like, you know what, this got really dark over time. We want to breathe life back into it. We want it to be bright. There's gold on here. We want it to be, you know, just as bright as the day it was made. And then the artist is like, yeah, we're going to lighten this up. We're going to change blue to white. We're going to turn gold into bright yellow. And we're going to make their hand bleed because they're grabbing the blade of the sword. Beeper says that makes sense. I mean, this one's really just a bad color decision. And maybe the church was like, it has to be these colors. Maybe it's like colors associated with the church. Who knows? But this one, I mean, the face looks like it's painted pretty not tastefully. Just bright red lips, you know, just again poorly painted eyes, bad features. The flesh tone is pretty painful and monotonous. Another stone face, yeah. Looks a little surprised, like, whoa. Whoa, why is my hand hurt? Oh man. But this one, I mean, on the scale here, this is kind of on the not quite as bad as some of the others. So I gotta scroll a little bit more. This one, tolerable. Was that for the last one, or this one with the person in the green shirt? This one is interesting because I feel like the person that did this, the last one, yeah, tolerable. That's a good word for it. This one, I feel like, are the eyes shut after? I mean, that's quite possible. It could have been what they were asked to do. Which one we have to restore here? We have to restore later. Not quite sure what you mean, Loud Ghost. This one's very confusing because I feel like the person that did this at least knew how to paint, because there's some definite like attempt at volume. The face like still has its shape even though the eyes are closed. I don't know why. The colors kind of almost match. There's some fairly it's kind of clumsy in here, I guess, but there's a fair painting here. The damn arrow is on the hand. Oh, this, yeah, that's a good point, because fingers and hands are notoriously difficult. This one, I feel like this, out of all of them, is the best. I guess the idea of this being botched determines on what the intent was, what they were paid to do. Because, yeah, the eyes are either missing or closed, but compared to the others we've seen, this is like a successful restoration. So who did this at least knows how to paint? Yeah, definitely. Yas Queen Slay, what's up? Glad you could stop by. I am reacting to some botched restorations. I've got my newfangled green screen set up so I can have a bit better setup than my last React video, which was fun to do. It's on YouTube and people are watching it, so I am happy to continue. Now we've got this green screen looking good. So, all right, so this one, best one we've seen. Obviously, it's a little weird and maybe not painted perfect, but let's move on. Oh my God. So, nice job. This is really, really confusing. Now, I know nothing about this religion. I'm going to just say that up front. I'm not going to talk about anything religious because I don't know any. I don't know anything. So if I say something ignorant, I apologize. Please correct me in chat. But why is there no hand? Why is the hand covered up with this awkward drapery? Now, is that actually drapery that's on there? Did they just cover it up with drapery? Did they actually add like this looks like it's carved out of a giant mountain. Like, because there's still not a hand underneath or below. Yeah, I mean, there's like a hand shape. It looks like it's been weathered. Like this literally looks like it's in the side of a mountain, like on some temple. Like this is some like ancient shit. I don't know why anyone would even try to. This is like trying to restore the Sphinx. Who's gonna do that? Who wants to do that? And obviously the color choice, like why paint it if you're gonna restoring it? That's like decision number one. You know, maybe there's a reason for it, but then to then paint it and to then choose those colors and the circle, I'm guessing maybe halo. I don't know. I don't know. There is a circle in the stone, so that was intended. But look at that face. And look at this face. The best you can do is to preserve. Yeah, Rod Ghosts. Why? Why would this happen? Diggy Purr says, would have looked cool with gold leaf disc behind its head. It would probably look super cool, to be honest. And that's something that is just going on the surface, can be removed. Like, this is amazing the way it is. Like, who is saying, like, you know what? This sculpture is not acceptable anymore. The hand has weathered away. It doesn't matter how phenomenal the drapery it is. It doesn't matter how phenomenal the face is. Nope, unacceptable. The hands are a little busted up. The original had really nice eyes. Yeah, I mean, there's clearly some damage here. Like, it looks like water damage, I'm guessing. You know, some discoloration. It doesn't look like anything's too broken. It looks like there's still a nose there. But, man. I mean, it's certainly not this nose. The nose definitely had to have been, like, patched up somehow. But there wasn't even an attempt. Like, if they're going to change things and patch things, like, they literally just really phoned this in. Put the nose back on the Sphinx. Yeah. Oh man. This one hurts a lot. Oh, while we're here, we have some context on this one. We got a different pose here. We can see this one a little better. From a different angle. Look at how excellent this is. Look at the hand, the arm. Look at how great that was. And then the Cyclops, yeah, that could easily just be like hair, and then it's just like Tarangalila. Oh man.